How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. Well, you came to watch this video, plus you hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. Someone stole my Microsoft Office and they're gonna pay. You have my word. Get it? Right? Word for off. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN, which ended up having a pullback inside of the market. The whole sector actually pulled back, but I want to talk about it a bit further. I know many were saying, hey, Dre, did you see the price and so on? And I'm like, of course I see the price. I keep it on my watch list. And part of the reasons why I'm not too concerned about it, I'm going to be talking about it. So I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know those psychological levels where OCGN needs to get to so we could see some more continued strength. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. Yes, we can see some from filings. Institutions have been loading up on shares, and hey, we're going to be discussing that. And then I'm going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution, where institutions loading up on shares while it was pulling back today. We're going to figure that out. And then when all of that is done, I'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as talking over some more details. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $7.44, being down 6.18%. On the low, it tested $7.36, and then on the high, testing $7.87. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 9.12 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 16.692 million shares. So we ended up having below average volume on the day, and we also did see there was some pressure on the stock. No surprise, because I know there was definitely a lot of selling today due to how choppy the markets were. When we take a look at the 1-year daily chart, we can see from our RSI down below, it's right around 50.67, so it's right in the middle there. And when we take a look at our moving averages on the chart, we continue to have strength above the 200-day, but you can see here we were using the 50-day as an area of support. It's at $7.32. And as far as for the 21-day EMA, we are below it, but it's right at 752, so this is an area we could easily come back to reclaim. So one thing that I was mentioning in my previous videos of OCGN, I just want to see us continue to hold up this $7 level while the market conditions are being as bearish as it is. So the matter of the fact that we're holding up this level is good to see. But when we take a look at where we tested on the low, we tested at $7.36. So of course, I want us to be able to actually hold this area up. If the market does decide to do a further pullback going into tomorrow, then of course, I want to see the next level hold up right here around $7.17. Now, if things start looking bullish and we start seeing a recovery, then I want to see us making another test going to $7.87. That was our high on the day. If we're able to pass this area, this is where I was talking about, we can start making that move to that $8 level. We do know there's going to be a lot of pressure here. There's going to be a lot of profit taking. So if it does decide to pull back, I would really love to see us actually build up and hold down support right here in this mid $7.80 range. That would be the most preferable. But for the most part, like I was saying, if this choppiness wants to continue, I just want to see OCGN hold up $7. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for OCGN. Scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we can see here for September the 20th, which is for today from the filings, we had Nationwide Mutual Funds, Nationwide Multi-Cap Portfolio Class RS going with 4,927 shares. And then we also have GMRAX Nationwide Small Cap Index Fund Class A that went in with just over 17,000 shares, or should we say 17,496 to be exact. So we definitely see that is great. Now, when we take a look at the short interest information, Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 1 million, updated 5 minutes ago. And then for the short vol fee rate, it is at 2.41%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see for the close of the 16th, it was at 56.52. And in the close for the 17th, it was at 45.69. So OCGN continues to have short squeeze potential. But it will be interesting to see what the numbers will be later on in the evening. If you guys get to figure that out, let me know inside of the comment section, but I won't be surprised to know that if we continue to be in that 40% range or higher. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we can see here on the inflow it was at 13,437, and then on the outflow it was at 14,029. We had 0 on the large for both. On the medium, we had 7,684, and then on the small, we had 5,753. When we take a look at the outflow side, we have 8,822, and then on the small, we had 5,207. One thing that I want you to pay attention to here, if you see the discrepancy on the small, we had a surplus on the inflow side. 5,753 versus 5,207. So as far as retail is concerned, there was a lot of buying. So this is good to see overall in general. As far as for the medium side, yes, we did have a surplus on the outflow side, but you could still see it is not that big of a difference, and there's still a lot of interest and demand for OCGN shares. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see it because we just discussed it. We have 0 for today, September the 20th. But of course, we ended up having a big time inflow, which was on last week, Friday. So taking all of this into consideration, we have to take a look at the overall volume, which we went over inside of the technical analysis. We didn't see a lot of it, and due to the fact we didn't see that because the market conditions were very choppy. And one thing that we can clearly see as far as for retail is concerned, yes, there was a lot of selling, but also we had a lot more buying that was going on, and also many who are holding shares. So now let's jump into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, I am not concerned about the pullback that we had inside the market today. And part of the reasons being is this impacted the whole entire sector. I think the only stock that was green on my entire watch list for biotech, I think was Pfizer. I'll put a screenshot somewhere here. But one of the things that I want you guys to also know about, there is still a lot of retail interest. And of course, we're looking forward to getting that news, getting that update from who, and it's just around the corner. So there's going to be many that are saying, hey, let me get my position in and take advantage of the pullback that is being created. I also know that many of you are saying, hey, do you really think that covaxin is going to be able to get that EUL? And me, I do believe that they should be able to get it, because if I didn't believe that, then I wouldn't be in this play whatsoever. That's just one thing that I want to be clear about. So if you're not feeling the same way, then why are you in this play in the first place? Why did you even push the buy button in regards to buying shares? I want you to think about that so you don't end up making that mistake again sometime in the future, because you got to do what's best for you. I have high conviction. Do your homework, do your due diligence. You can go a long way with that. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, we could see it does continue to have short squeeze potential. When the numbers come out later on in the evening, like I was saying, you could drop it down inside the comment section and let everyone know about it. But I do know it's still going to be high, because there's a lot of shorts who are invested in this play, and you know what? They're looking for their worst. They want to be able to maximize that downside opportunity if things do not go according to plan. And at the end of the day, I don't blame them, because we're all in the stock market here to make some money. But I'm going to remain confident. I'm going to continue to be transparent and let you guys know how I'm going to be handling this play. Now, there's another question that came up. I got a personal message, and the gentleman was telling me, hey, I've been in OCGN for quite some time. I am down. My cost is right around $9. Do I think it's going to go back to the $9 range? I do believe that it can go back to $9 if we get this EUL. But another thing that I want to address here, you should not be putting your whole entire portfolio in there. The gentleman was telling me, hey, I put in about 90% of his portfolio into one play. This is a bad thing to do. You want to have diversification. You want to be in multiple plays, especially if you are trading, because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to opportunity cost. As long as you have your money sitting in one whole play, you're missing out on others where you could be making a lot more profits. Am I saying that you should completely sell out of your position? No, but I'd make sure that you're cognizant of this for the next time so you don't end up making this mistake again. And for anyone that's in this play for the long-term prospects, I do believe there's a lot to look forward to here. We do have to make sure that we get that EUL, and I feel like if we do get it, then things will start moving faster as far as for the operational side, especially for OCGN, and also looking forward to seeing if we can get that emergency use authorization in Canada and also get that BLA work that needs to be required in order for them to actually launch it inside of the USA. So yes, there's a lot of things that we have to take into consideration, but this is part of the reasons why high conviction is so important, because the more you do your homework and the more you do your due diligence, then the more confident you're going to be. And like I was saying before, and I say it in all my videos, protect your profits. If there's a certain area of profit that you're looking for, respect that. Don't get greedy. Don't let your emotions come in the way, because as soon as when you do that, and if the stock does decide to pull back, then you're going to have to wait even longer. And then again, you could be missing out on other plays. And it's part of the reasons why I'm going to come and address it again. For your portfolio, do not put the majority of it in one play. I really want to caution this because it's just not worth the stress. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.